So this past weekend, I got sick. I had a head cold or something with fever and things going on. And I think it's pretty common that moms will have a drop in their milk supply if they're nursing a baby and they get sick. For myself, I find that I have a very hard time eating when I am not feeling well. So a lot of times I don't eat much, and then because I had a very sore throat, I was not drinking as much either, and I know that does affect the milk supply in a big part. And I feel like it's so much going on for your body that your body has a hard time, fighting your sickness and then also, producing your milk. So I wanted to share just a few things on what I do when I'm starting to feel better to bring my milk supply back up again. So a big thing is to hydrate, and that's not just drinking plain water, because drinking plain water, you're actually flushing minerals out of your body that you need. So drinking water with healthy salt, the healthy salt of your choice, drinking electrolytes, things like that. There's lots and lots of recipes for electrolyte drinks. So something like that, stay hydrated and hydrate extra. Try to do it while you're sick too, but especially on, the days after when you're starting to feel better and you're working to build it back up again. Hydrate extra. Eat nourishing food, and that's not having a cinnamon roll and a coffee for breakfast in the morning, or having snacks throughout the day. That's eating a good solid protein breakfast and a good lunch. You need actual food to nourish your body. And then another very, very big thing that I notice makes a difference in my supply is my vitamins. Taking a good quality vitamin makes such a difference in my milk supply. So that's also another thing that I make sure to do. And then I have it written down because there was a few things I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. So a huge, huge thing with nursing is to trust your body. Our bodies are designed to nurse our babies. God didn't make a mistake and accidentally only put a little bit in there when our babies need a lot. It is all designed to work the way that it needs to work. So when we put trust in our body and that it will work the way it needs to, it does. The more you stress yourself out about not having enough milk, the less your body can make. Stress actually lowers your milk supply. So in the days after, when you notice a drop in your milk supply, take like 2 days. Tell yourself that you're going to give yourself 2 days where you're going to fully just relax and fully trust that now you're going to bring up your milk supply. You're going to nurse your baby lots, as often as you have to. So I was sick over the weekend, yesterday and the day before. So today, I spent almost the whole day nursing my baby twice as often as she normally would. And I was not stressed out about it. I was not telling myself that, oh, I don't have enough milk, now I'm going to have to start with formula, because that makes it worse. I kept reminding myself she is nursing more often because she is reminding my body that she needs more milk. The more often you nurse your baby, every time your baby is sucking, it is letting your body know, it's letting your brain know that your body needs to make more milk, and that is what triggers your body to make more milk. So instead of when your baby is fussy more often, wanting to nurse more often because your milk supply is low, instead of then giving them a bottle in between, nurse them that much more often so your body gets the signals to make more milk. Because when you're giving your baby a bottle instead, your body does not know that your baby is drinking from a bottle right now, and it will not up your milk supply when your baby is drinking from a bottle. So that's a huge thing. Just reminding yourself to nurse as much as you can. and then just fully relaxing. I find a lot of times, something that I made the mistake of the first few times when I was nursing and I didn't know better yet was that when they're trying to up your milk supply, so on times when they're more fussy and they want to nurse more often, um, a lot of times I would stress myself out because the baby was kind of fussy and they weren't latching very well, or they would kind of suck for a while and then they would get discouraged because they weren't getting anything. And then I would start to get stressed out because I would start to panic that, oh no, they're not getting anything. Now they're starting to get fussy. What am I going to do now? Instead of doing that, what I find makes a huge difference is to just fully relax and just tell yourself that it's okay. They're going to fuss for a little while and then they're going to suck again and then they're going to fuss for a little while and then they're going to suck again. And all of that, your baby fussing and then sucking again, all of that works together to let your mind know your baby needs more milk, and then you have another letdown and your baby can drink again. It all works together so perfectly. And something that I found helps a lot if your baby is not very content to just suck when they're not swallowing, because when your milk supply is lower, it does happen that they'll drink everything that's there right then and then they're not swallowing anymore, right? So if they're just sucking and sucking and sucking and you can hear that they're not swallowing, they're just sucking many times without swallowing in between. Yes, right then they're not getting any milk, but you can trigger your body into having a second letdown and then they'll get more. So if you can distract your baby so that they'll just keep on sucking even though they're not swallowing, that will also help so that you get another letdown and they can drink more. Or if you can um, nurse them to sleep. I don't recommend to nurse your baby to sleep regularly because it becomes a habit where they have to nurse in order to be able to fall asleep. And I that was a big struggle with our kids. But anyways, that's a whole nother video right there. Anyways, what I was gonna say is today I made the exception that I did nurse her to sleep. I let her nurse as often as she wanted today. Um, I nursed her multiple times while she was awake, and then again, once I noticed she was tired, I would nurse her again, and then I would let her fall asleep, but I would leave her latched on so that she would keep on sucking, because the more sucking, the more my body knows that she needs more milk. So that's just kind of what I do, and hopefully that helps. I do plan on making a longer video soon. I have someone that I want to do a video with who has the training um, on nursing and things like that. For myself, it's just personal experience and things that I've learned. But anyway, there's a longer video coming that will go more in depth on breastfeeding in general, but that's just kind of what I do when something has happened and my milk supply lowered because of that. This is how I get it back up again.